What's good, everybody? It is your boy Ryan. So if I seem a little bit under the weather, that's because I'm hungry. I need to film this video before I go eat. But yeah, because I know if once I sit down and I eat, I'm going to get sleepy. After I finish eating, I'm going to want to go to bed, and then I'm not going to want to film. So I'm just going to knock this video out the way. But as you guys can see, I'm rocking my Primark gear and whatnot. I got my little name tag in my, my work shirt. Oh, it's on this side. The little Primark logo. Primark.com. Go check it out. But yeah, so if you haven't heard about Primark, you're pretty much living under a rock. Everybody knows what Primark is. Everybody knows what Primark does. Basically, if you don't know what Primark is, it's basically a store, a clothing store. Not even only a clothing store, because they actually sell everything. There's like 3 different levels, which I'm gonna get into. Well, at least that's the way my store is set up. Primark sells water bottles, clothes, like anything you could think of, they sell it. I'm talking about like bed comforters, like pillows, sheets, like little cups that you drink in. You think of it, you want it, they got it. They got makeup, they got beauty products, everything you could think of, Primark has. You know what I'm saying? Primark originally started off in like the European area. I'm not sure if it was England or somewhere else, but I know that these Primark stores are really popular in England and like the places in Europe and stuff like that. They have been popping up in the US, but it's not nearly as a lot of stores in the US as there are in Europe and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I know that there's not a lot of these videos going around about people talking about what it's like to work here and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys are British and you're watching this and you work at Primark, you should make a video like this so I can see the difference between US and European Primark. But I'm gonna be telling you guys what it's like to work at Primark in the USA. And yeah, so basically, I live in New York, so I work at a Primark in New York. I think there's only like 3 or 4 Primarks here, and then there's one in Connecticut, one in Jersey. They're starting to pop up all over the place. Primark is really about to be one of those stores that just come out of nowhere and knock the competition out of the window. When I tell you my store be crowded, my store be crowded. So let me get into what it's like to work at Primark. So I got my little phone here because I got my notes on my phone. Let me go into my notes. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the hiring process. So basically, before I started working at Primark, I've been applying all over the place. I just wanted the job. I just wanted money. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to work somewhere. I just wanted to be independent. I wanted a job. But I was applying for McDonald's, Burger King, all of these places, and none of them would hire me. And I think it was mostly because I was 17. And you can get hired at 16 years old in New York, but employers, like, as soon as they see 16 or 17, they literally just throw your application in the garbage. They want like 18-year-olds. So I've been applying for jobs consistently for like a good 2 years, from 16 to 17 and from 17 to 18. Like, you know what I'm saying? Never got hired. So finally your boy turned 18 on February 1st, and you know what I'm saying, I started to apply again. I'm like, you know what, I knew I was gonna get hired somewhere because I was 18. Like, they want 18-year-olds. Like, you know what I'm saying? So me being 18, compared with, what am I saying? Me being 18 combined with the fact that I had a good resume, because, I watched this tutorial on YouTube and I finessed my resume, I played around with the words and stuff, and, my resume was good. I was 18, so I wasn't a minor, and then that combined with the fact that they were opening a store in Brooklyn, where I live, which was a new Primark. Well, it wasn't really new, but they needed new workers because, the store was fairly new. Like, it wasn't there for years. It had just popped up a couple months ago, so they were still looking for, like, new employees and stuff like that. So, me being 18 combined with my resume, combined with the fact that they needed people, is the reason I got hired. And I'm so glad that all of these other places dubbed me, because I really love working at Primark. Like, it's not a hard job, but it's not easy at the same time. I love it. It's very fast paced. All my coworkers, we get along and stuff like that. So the hiring process, they basically sent me an email talking about they wanted to interview me, and they gave me like a time span. They would be like, okay, we're doing interviews from like 3 to 5. Be there in between those time periods and we'll interview you. So I got there and they were talking about dress in casual attire. So I came in khaki pants, and I came in like, a white t-shirt, but then it was cold outside, so I had like my jacket on, and they called me to interview me, and I didn't even bother to take my jacket off because honestly I forgot it was even on my body. But I didn't realize till after the interview. I'm like, yo, what if like I don't get hired? But I got hired, if you know what I'm saying. So basically they were asking me questions like, oh, are you really 18? Like, what is your work schedule like? When can you work? And they were like, oh, can you work the closing shifts? I'm like, yeah. Then they were asking me stuff like, why did you choose Primark? Stuff that employers ask you before they hire you. And long story short, I passed the interview. They were like, okay, we want to hire you. We're going to email you to the email that you wrote down, and we're going to confirm you like your payment option and stuff like that. And then we're going to give you like this orientation date. So they hired me, and then they gave me like this orientation date, and I popped up, and it was me and all of these bunch of other people that they hired too. And we all sat in a room, and they made us watch this like clip about Primark and what Primark is about. And we would answer like these questions and stuff like that. And the same day, they let us go home. Then the next day we actually like did some work. So they gave us like our Primark t-shirts that we're wearing, that I have right now, and our name tag. And what else did they give us the second day? They made us like do some work. So for example, they trained us on how to like do tills, which is cash register. Then after we got trained for cash register, we did like folding and stuff like that. So we did a little bit of literally everything. And on my first day, like they gave me the fitting room. So I had to like train on the fitting room, cash register. So basically in that one day, that 8-hour day, you basically did a whole bunch of training for like cash registers for each and everything. And when I did training for the cash register, I was off 51 cents. 51 cents is okay for a trainee because, like, for example, like I haven't been working on a cash register ever. Like I don't have experience with that. So me being short 51 cents was perfect, considering the fact that I did not know that the screen tells you how much change you have to give back. I literally was using a calculator the whole time. And I guess I had took out some wrong change. I don't know what, but compared to like my other coworkers that I was going to be, working with, they was off like 31 cents, not 31 cents, like $31, $23. And I'm not even good at math, but I mean, come on, it's basic math. There should be no reason why your cash register is short $32. Like, that's ridiculous. So long story short, that was the hiring process, and the orientation and stuff like that. That was a training process as well. And they hired me. First couple of days they had me folding stuff and whatever. But then they put me on tills, which is cash register. So basically my job at tills is basically I'm a cashier. Like they come up, I ring their products up, I put them in a basket. Yo, when I tell you guys, I be stressed out when a customer comes with a big basket. I don't think you understand how stressful that is. Like when they come in a big basket, it's like, damn, like why you have to shop so much today? Now I really got to take like 20 ass minutes to ring all these items up and put them in your bag. And then they be like, oh my God, the bag is ripping. Can you double the bags? And we're not allowed to double the bags, like we're not supposed to. So I'd be like, yo, like I cannot double your bag, but I can give you another bag and you can go double it somewhere else. Or, I can put some of the stuff over in this bag for you. They'd be like, why you can't double the bag? Like you're being difficult. Being in Brooklyn and working in Brooklyn, I don't think y'all understand how hostile New Yorkers are. New Yorkers will try to fight you at any given moment. They will try to hop over the counter. I'm playing, like they don't hop over the counter at my job, but I'm just generalizing how New Yorkers are. Like New Yorkers are hostile. They're quick to fight, and I'm dead serious. I'm not even trying to be funny. New Yorkers will literally at any given moment swing on you. So when a customer comes in and they're coming off hostile, you got to try your best. Even though they're pissing you off, you got to try your best to be nice, because the last thing you want is a customer trying to fight you, because you don't want to lose your job. You know what they say, the customer is always right. So I be having to tell them I can't double your bag, but luckily the customers aren't hostile to the point where they be trying to fight you over dumb shit. Like they would probably suck their teeth and walk away, but that's pretty much it. I've had incidents where people have come up to me and be like, you know what, can you like scan this? And they would literally have a bra on that the store is selling. And it was just one time that this lady had on a bra. She was not trying to take it off. It was our bra, the bra from our store. And she lifted her whole shirt up and was like, could you scan it on me? I'm like, what? When you work in retail, you see some of the weirdest shit ever. People be trying to return open lotions, and they be trying to argue with you because you don't want to take it back. You can't take it back. For example, what else? People cannot like return products after 28 days. Like that's a return policy, and they be trying to return the products on the 30th day, talking about what's the problem, trying to argue with you, and you like, ma'am, there's nothing I could do. Some of them be coming without the receipt, talking about can't you type the receipt in? How am I gonna type the receipt information if you can't remember it off the top of your head and you don't have any sort of like picture of the receipt, nothing? Like, yo, and they really be trying to argue with you like you're dumb. Then they be like, can I talk to your manager? And you be like, ma'am or sir, like my manager's gonna tell you the exact same thing. They be like, I don't care, get your manager. You get the manager tells them the exact same thing. They mad, they want to fight. Yo, son, people be really characters in Primark USA. Like people over here is really hostile, really crazy. As far as my day-to-day job, so basically my job is tills. So I would go do tills, which is the cash register, ring up some products, deal with nice customers, and also deal with really rude, hostile customers. Then after I do that, I gotta go and do recovery. So after the store is closed, customers be leaving the store all types of fucked up. It be like baby products on the third floor, baby products on the second floor. It be stuff from the department downstairs on our floor. Then we be having to like return stuff that is just misplaced and broken and stuff like that. And we have to like basically recover the store to make it look neat, put all the stuffs back on shelves where they belong. And yeah, that's what we do for the hour until it's time for us to go home. So the store closes at 9:30, but we recover and make sure the store looks good until 10:30, and then at 10:30 the overnight staff comes in and they basically makes everything look tidy and take stuff out of the boxes and crates for like the next morning. So about working plus school, working in school is really hard and stressful, of course, because I don't get home until like 11 to 12 o'clock, because I get off at 10:30. So it's really hard balancing school and work, but I guess I'm doing an okay job. My mother was not really okay with it, but finally she ended up letting it go, and she was like, whatever, go get your money. So as far as everything else, it's a really easy job. I can't think of the stuff at the top of my head right now, or else I would have made a like even more in-depth video. But that is all I can think of and stuff like that. But yeah, so what is it like working at Primark where you guys are from? Like, let me know in the comment section below, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Adios.